Imagine you're in a dimly lit studio, the scent of coffee mingling with vintage cables and sweaty synths. Daniel Lanois, producer of U2 and Bob Dylan, leans in, tapping a screen filled with digital waves. He smiles, almost conspiratorial. Digital's our future, but you gotta know when to break the rules. What if behind every hit was a secret handshake between tech and intuition? Let's pull back the curtain on what really makes music magic happen. How do legendary producers like Daniel Lanois keep heart in a world of cold digital screens? The future may be digital, but the soul of recording still beats human. Lanois talks about recording U2's The Joshua Tree with a mix of analog warmth and digital precision. He recalls layering textures by tweaking digital software until it felt alive, proving that tech isn't a replacement, but a collaborator in the studio. Think of digital tools as a fine paintbrush. They let you create detailed strokes, but the artist's imagination, your intuition, is the canvas. Without that, even the best brush can't make a masterpiece. This balance is why Lanois warns against letting tech dictate all. By mastering both analog and digital, producers unlock new creative freedom. This approach lets artists experiment freely, reshaping sounds in ways impossible before. The surprising insight? Technology doesn't replace creativity. It amplifies it when treated as a tool, not a crutch. T-Bone Burnett has a curious obsession: the low end. In his work with Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, he reveals how the deepest frequencies carry emotional weight, not just volume. Burnett describes mixing the track Raising Sand, where he layered multiple bass lines to create a conversation rather than a single boom. It's like weaving threads in a tapestry, each note adding emotional depth without overpowering the rest. Imagine the low end as the heartbeat beneath a song's skin, sometimes pounding, sometimes whispering. It isn't just background noise, it tells part of the story. Burnett's approach shows how subtle bass dynamics can guide listener emotion with quiet power. This careful embrace of complexity transformed countless mixes from flat to cinematic. The key insight? Less is more. Complexity in the low end isn't about loudness, but the nuanced interplay that you barely notice, yet deeply feel. Hugh Padgham, who worked with the Police and Genesis, reflects on what's happened since vinyl turned digital. This isn't just nostalgia, it's a survival guide. Padgham recalls the drastic shift when CDs faded and streaming took over. He tells how producers had to quickly learn new skills, sometimes even becoming digital marketers, to keep projects afloat. The message: adapt or vanish, no exceptions. Producers aren't just behind-the-scenes engineers anymore. They're brand builders and talent coaches. Padgham likens the role to being a GPS for nervous singers lost in a digital jungle, helping artists find their true path amid endless options. Chaos bred creativity and new ways to connect with fans. Padgham celebrates the chance to experiment without label gatekeepers. The twist: today's messy business landscape actually frees producers who embrace the change, with fresh control over their art and careers. Remember Daniel Lanois tapping that glowing digital screen? He wasn't just mixing sounds, he was balancing heart and tech, intuition and precision. Behind the glass of every hit song lies this dance. So here's a challenge for you. Next time you create or consume music, listen for the invisible hands shaping it. Try blending a little analog soul with digital savvy yourself. You'll hear the magic. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.